हेलो फ्रेंड्स। आज के इस वीडियो लेक्चर में वी विल बी डूइंग द टॉपिक कॉल्ड प्रियम्बल। ठीक है। तो प्रियम्बल वाज लाइक प्रियम्बल इन आवर constitution. It is inspired by the American constitution. So American constitution was the first constitution to begin with a preamble. Later on this was followed by many countries including India. तो जो preamble का पहले what we will be discussing is आज के इस वीडियो लेक्चर में we will be discussing a historical background, then what are the ingredients or components of the preamble, and then what are the essentials like justice, liberty, equality. ये सारे जो preamble के main components है, we will be discussing them in detail, and then we will discuss whether preamble can be amended or whether it is part of constitution or not. तो जो पहला है हिस्टोरिकल, उसका थोड़ा सा हिस्टोरिकल बैकग्राउंड, ये जनरल एग्जाम्स में नहीं आता. प्रियम्बल इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक फॉर प्रीलिम्स एंड मेंस बोथ. मेंस में इसमें सवाल आ सकता है कि कैसे प्रियम्बल के इसेंशियल्स हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में मेंशन्ड है, या कैसे प्रियम्बल के जो भी कंपोनेंट्स हैं उसका मेंशन हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में है. तो इसमें हमें प्रियम्बल को एक्सप्लेन करना है और प्रियम्बल को कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से रिलेट करते हुए बताना है. ओके. सो नाउ दिस प्रियम्बल, जैसा कि मैंने बताया, ये अमेरिकन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से इंस्पायर्ड है. वही पहला कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन था विच स्टार्टेड विद द प्रियम्बल. हमारे प्रियम्बल को इसमें कुछ की वर्ड्स है जो कि इंपॉर्टेंट है. कहा गया है आइडेंटिटी कार्ड ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. इट इज सेड बाय अ वेरी फेमस ज्यूरिस्ट नानी पालकीवाला. ओके. एंड this preamble in our constitution is based on objective resolution. Now this objective resolution was drafted by Jawaharlal Nehru, and it was passed in the constituent assembly, and on this resolution only preamble was based. तो हमारे जो फर्स्ट प्राइम मिनिस्टर थे उन्होंने ही ऑब्जेक्टिव रेजोल्यूशन को ड्राफ्ट किया था. ठीक है. and it was moved also by him only. So now if we see, this is what our preamble is. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. तो इसमें जो पहला लाइन है, वी द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया, तो इसमें पीपल ऑफ इंडिया क्या बता रहा है? इसमें पीपल ऑफ इंडिया बता रहा है सोर्स ऑफ अथॉरिटी. सोर्स ऑफ अथॉरिटी. ठीक है. तो अगर कोई आपसे पूछे कि हमारी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का सोर्स ऑफ अथॉरिटी क्या है, या फ्रॉम वेयर आर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डिराइव्स इट्स पावर फ्रॉम, सो इट इज द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया. सो अल्टीमेटली व्हाट विल बी द थिंग इज दैट पीपल ऑफ इंडिया आर सुप्रीम. ठीक है. बिकॉज आर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इन इटसेल्फ विच इज अ सुप्रीम डॉक्यूमेंट, इट इज डिराइविंग इट्स अथॉरिटी फ्रॉम द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया. ओके. तो ये जो पहला पैराग्राफ में पहली लाइन है, दैट इज telling us about the source of authority of the constitution. So we the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into, so this 3SDR, 3SDR, it is representing the nature of Indian state. Okay. So it is representing the nature of Indian state. Okay. Nature of Indian state. So sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. ठीक है. तो this justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity, that is showing the objectives of our constitution. Objectives of our constitution. ठीक है. And this, in our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. So this last paragraph is showing the date of adoption. Date of adoption. ठीक है. So this 26th November 1949 is the date when our Constitution was adopted. So if MCQ comes, when was our Constitution adopted? So it will be 26th November 1949. And if it comes that when our Constitution was enforced, so it will be 26th January 1950. So it was 26th November 1949 when it was adopted, and few articles were enforced as well. But all the articles, complete constitution was enforced only on 26th January 1950 when we celebrate our Republic Day. Okay, so that's our Republic Day. But 26th November का significance इसलिए है because on this day our constitution was adopted. Therefore, we celebrate Law Day or the Constitution Day on 26th of the November. Okay. Now if we see the components of the preamble. So what are the components of the preamble? So it is the source of authority, it is the nature of Indian state, it is the objectives of the constitution, it is the date of adoption. So source of authority of constitution क्या है? People of India. So जैसा हमने पहले किया था discuss कि it will be the people of India. Nature of Indian state क्या है? It is that we are sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, secular. Okay, so 3 SDR. So that is what the nature of Indian state. Now, what are the objectives of the constitution? So objectives are that that justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. Okay, and date of adoption is 26 November 1949. So now we will be studying each and every component a bit in detail, and we will be interrelating it with the constitution articles. Okay, so the first point is sovereign. So what is sovereign? Sovereign means that we are an independent state. We are neither a dependency nor a dominion. ओके, सो 1947 से लेकर 1950 तक इंडिया का स्टेटस क्या था? इट वाज हैविंग अ स्टेटस ऑफ अ डोमिनियन, तो उसका डोमिनियन स्टेटस था. बट नाउ आफ्टर 1950 इंडिया बिकेम अ सॉवरेन एंड अ रिपब्लिक डेमोक्रेटिक नेशन. ओके, so also an independent state can acquire the foreign land and it can secede the foreign land also. So this we can relate with Article 2 and 3. So under Article 2 we can, or under Article 3 we can acquire the foreign land. Okay, so and if we want to secede, then we have to amend the constitution under Article 368. That cannot be done through Article 2 or 3. Okay, so we can mention our Article 2 and 3 because the major essential of the feature of a sovereign state is that it can uh, acquire the foreign land and it can secede its own land. Okay, that's what the major feature is. So we are an independent state, neither a dependency nor a dominion, and we have to relate this thing. देखिए आप पहले तो आपको sovereignty explain करना है, then you have to relate it with the constitutional articles. Then we have the 42nd uh, by a 42nd amendment, we added the word socialist. Okay, so our constitution is socialist. So this socialist nature of the constitution, it was, though it was added by the 42nd amendment 1976, but it was earlier also implicit in our constitution. So by 42nd amendment, what was implicit was made explicit. Okay, so if you see, this amendment is important. So like 42nd amendment was moved by Indira Gandhi, we all know that. So it was the period of 1970s, but to remember the exact year, one can see 4 plus 2, 42nd, 4 plus 2 is 6, so it will be 1976. Okay, so 42nd amendment was passed in 1976. ये कभी कभार एमसीक्यूज में आ जाता है. So uh, so if we see the DPSPs, Directive Principle of State Policy, उसमें बहुत से आर्टिकल्स ऐसे गिवन है that supports the socialist nature of our constitution. So article 38 is there, article 39, 39A, 41, 42, 43A, 47. So article 38 also talks about the prevention of concentration of wealth, edu- uh, providing adequate means of livelihood to all. Article 39 is also socialist in nature. Article 39A is regarding the, I think it's regarding the labor, or Article 43A is regarding the participation of workers in the industries. Okay, so thereby these articles shows that we are somewhat a socialist in nature. So Article 39A is regarding promotion of justice and free legal aid. Okay, Article 39 is about uh, opportunities for healthy development of children, equitable distribution of material resources. Article 39 is all about. ठीक है, so ये सारे जो articles हैं, right to work, equal pay for equal work, so all these things are given in the the PSPs and these articles. Okay, to raise the nutritional level of the citizens, it is given in Article 47. Okay, and also we have to remember that our constitution, the socialist nature of our constitution, is not communistic socialism. So our socialism is different uh, uh, from what is followed in, let's say, China or Russia. So Indian socialism is somewhat called a democratic socialism. Okay, so democratic socialism means that it is not a communistic socialism, because in communistic socialism, all the resources, all the resources are taken by the government, and government will redistribute it or make it a equal distribution among the citizens. But in democratic socialism, there it is somewhat called the mixed economy. Mixed economy. Under this, private and public sector both can operate. And now, when till 1980s, we were very much a mixed economy, but after LPG liberal, we became somewhat towards capitalism. Okay, after the globalization, we are moving towards the capitalism. So Indian nature of socialism is not completely a Marxist nature, but it is a democratic socialism, which is a blend of Marxist socialism and Gandhism socialism. Okay. Now, next component is secularism. So our constitution is secular. Article 25 to 28 also says that, like, it supports this, or it shows the secular nature of our constitution. And somewhat the Indian concept of secularism is somewhat different from that of West, because in West there is complete separation of state from the religion. But Indian secularism is called positive secularism. It means that the state will support all the religions equally. ठीक है, so we can give, let's say, compensation or pilgrimage aid to those who are going for the yatras, or to Mansarovar, or places like this, some pilgrimage places. Similarly, if Muslims are going to Hajj, then we can give them some aid. But that should be equal for all. Okay, like Article 25 to 28, it is not religion based, it is minority based. Those religion which are minority will get the protection. Okay, some articles are linguistic in nature also, in that even the majority religion people can also come. Okay, if their language is in minority. Then the next component is democratic. So what does democratic mean? It means that the position of supreme power is by the people. So people will be electing the government. Now in Indian form, we are following the indirect democracy. Like we will be electing the representative, and the representative will be making laws for us. Indirect democracy, like in Switzerland, it happens in places where the population is very small, they can make their own decisions. People can directly make the decisions, but in India we will elect the representatives, they will make the uh, decisions for us. Okay, now what are the articles which suppose democratic nature? So we have universal adult franchise, article 326. Periodic elections, article 324 to 329. Executive is responsible to legislature in article 75. Okay, so and also this democracy not only includes the political democracy, but also social and economic democracy. डेमोक्रेसी का मतलब क्या है कि लोग अपने आप को फ्रीली एक्सप्रेस कर सकें. ठीक है, तो पॉलिटिकल फ्रीडम तो दे दी कि वो वोट कर सकते हैं 18 साल के बाद. बट क्या फायदा होगा उस पॉलिटिकल डेमोक्रेसी का अगर उनका सोशल स्टेटस, इकोनॉमिक डेमोक्रेसी है ही नहीं, उनकी थिंकिंग लेवल वैसी डेवलप होगी कि वो सही डिसीजंस ले पाए. So that is why our constitution said that, the democratic nature should not only include political democracy, but it should also, the aim should be towards the social and economic democracy. Now next we have the word republic. So what does republic mean? It simply means that the head of the state should be elected. The head of the state should be elected, and all पब्लिक ऑफिसेस. इसका एक और मीनिंग है, इसका दो मीनिंग है. सबसे पहला कि हेड ऑफ द स्टेट शुड बी इलेक्टेड. अब जैसे इंग्लैंड, दैट इज डेमोक्रेटिक बट इट इज नॉट रिपब्लिक. व्हाई? बिकॉज देयर हेड ऑफ द स्टेट विच इज द क्वीन, विच इज द नॉमिनल हेड, इज नॉट इलेक्टेड. वहां पे हेरिडेटरी से आते हैं. ठीक है, किंग और क्वीन का सिस्टम है, बट इट इज नॉमिनल इन 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 स्टेटस. इंडिया में जो हेड ऑफ द स्टेट है लाइक द प्रेसिडेंट, दो इवन उसकी भी जो पावर है वो नॉमिनल है, बट ही इज इलेक्टेड। ओके, ही इज इलेक्टेड इनडायरेक्टली, बट ही इज इलेक्टेड। उनका डायरेक्ट इलेक्शन नहीं होता, उनका इलेक्शन होता है थ्रू एमपीज एंड एमएलए, सो इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्शन होता है। और जो सेकंड मीनिंग रिपब्लिक का है कि ऑल पब्लिक ऑफिसेस विल बी ओपन टू एवरी सिटीजन विदाउट एनी डिस्क्रिमिनेशन। तो ये इसका सेकेंड मीनिंग भी है कि सारे जो पब्लिक ऑफिसेस हैं इट विल बी ओपन फॉर ऑल। सो देयरफॉर वी कैन से दैट पाकिस्तान इज नॉट a republic because there the president cannot become like a Hindu cannot become a president or a minority cannot become a president. Okay, so we have a article 52 to 54 which is regarding the election of the president that we can mention here. Now we are coming towards the uh, objectives of our constitution. अब तक तो नेचर ऑफ द इंडियन स्टेट समझ में आ गया कि सॉवरेन, सोशलिस्ट, सेकुलर, डेमोक्रेटिक, रिपब्लिक. नाउ वी विल बी सीइंग द ऑब्जेक्टिव of the preamble. So the first objective is justice. So justice has to be social, economic and political. तो आर्टिकल 38 में ये क्लियरली गिवन है इन डीपीएसपी, जस्टिस भी गिवन है और वो सोशल, इकोनॉमिक एंड पॉलिटिकल होना चाहिए। तो ये जो सेप है इसको आप शॉर्ट में कर सकते हैं सेप। दिस हैज this SEP, the idea of justice, including social, economic, and political, came from this Russian Revolution. Okay, liberty. So liberty means what? Liberty means absence of restraints. Okay, but this restraints, the absence of restraint is not absolute, it is qualified. So it means what? Freedom of expression. So article 19 supports liberty. It means that the preamble says that all citizens of India have liberty of what? Liberty of step for. In mnemonics you can learn thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. So step for, you can remember that liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith, and worship. Okay, so this is what Article 19 supports it. Okay, so this concept of liberty came from French Revolution. Okay, French Revolution. Next, we have the equality. So now, in equality, what is there? See, these three are important: liberty, equality, and fraternity, because they form a trinity, and that is very important. So now, equality is absence of special privileges and adequate opportunities for development of all individuals. So like Article 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 17 is regarding the prohibition of untouchability. 18 is regarding the this special status ranks which were given. Article 16 is regarding the reservations in the public employment. So to give adequate opportunities for all individuals जिनके साथ historically गलत हुआ, ठीक है. So Article 14 also says that uh, everyone is equal before law. Okay. Now we have fraternity. So these are the provisions in our constitution which supports equality. Okay. So fraternity में क्या है? There should be a sense of brotherhood. Okay. Fraternity. So biggest example is the single citizenship. Whether you are from South, you are from UP, Haryana, Gujarat, Bengal, everybody will be the Indian. Okay. Article 51A also talks about the fraternity, that it shall be the fundamental duty of every citizen of India to promote harmony and spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India. Okay, so Article 51A also says. So this trinity of, like, in this all these three terms, liberty, equality, and fraternity, this trinity is important. Trinity, तीनों का होना जरूरी है. See, if we have विदाउट इक्वालिटी, अगर इक्वालिटी नहीं है और सिर्फ लिबर्टी हम दे दें, सो लिबर्टी विद प्रोड्यूस सुप्रीमेसी ऑफ फ्यू ओवर मेनी. अगर हम सबको इक्वल करने की कोशिश ना करें, सबको इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटीज, एजुकेशन ना दें, सो लिबर्टी विल प्रोड्यूस सुप्रीमेसी ऑफ फ्यू ओवर मेनी. एंड इक्वालिटी, अगर इक्वालिटी रखें और लिबर्टी ना दें, देन दैट वुड किल इंडिविजुअल इनिशिएटिव. तो वी हैव टू मेंटेन अ बैलेंस अमंग ऑल दीज थ्री कॉन्सेप्ट्स. तो देखिए ये एक ट्रायंगल होता है, ठीक है. दिस इज अ ट्राइंगल। ओके, ये देखिए थोड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है, एक ट्राइंगल है, लिबर्टी, इक्वालिटी एंड फ्रेटर्निटी। ठीक है, ये एक ट्रिनिटी फॉर्म करना करता है। उन तीनों का ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है, ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट है। ऑब्जेक्टिव इज डिग्निटी ऑफ इंडिविजुअल, डिग्निटी ऑफ इंडिविजुअल। ओके, तो इस ट्रिनिटी का ऑब्जेक्टिव है टू प्रमोट एंड प्रोटेक्ट डिग्निटी ऑफ इंडिविजुअल। ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। राइट टू प्राइवेसी वाला केस था ना, उसका जब आप जजमेंट पढ़ेंगे तो इस ट्रिनिटी के बारे में डिस्कस बहुत अच्छे से किया है। वहां पे उन्होंने बताया है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजेस ने, कि इस तीनों का ऑब्जेक्टिव है टू प्रमोट एंड प्रोटेक्ट डिग्निटी ऑफ इंडिविजुअल, दैट इज ऑफ अटमोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंस। ठीक है, नाउ इफ वी आस्क व्हाट इज दी, तो अब तो हो गया सारे कंपोनेंट्स और सब कुछ। नाउ इफ वी आस्क दैट व्हाट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ आवर प्रीएम्बल, then it will be the basic philosophies. So what is the significance of the preamble? So it shows, it signifies the basic philosophies and fundamental values on which our constitution is based, and it reflects the dreams and aspirations of founding fathers of our constitution. ठीक है, also it is called horoscope of a sovereign democratic republic nation. So is preamble a part of constitution? So answer is yes. In Keshav Nanda case, it was said that it is part of the constitution. It can be amended, but you also have to remember that it cannot be enforced. Cannot be enforced. जैसे डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ स्टेट पॉलिसी है ना, वैसे इट कैन नॉट बी इन्फोर्स, बट इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। ओके, सो दिस वाज ऑल। ये मैंने ब्रीफ में बताया है प्रियम्बल टॉपिक के बारे में। प्रीलिम्स में भी अगर कोई एमसीक्यू आएंगे तो उसमें कवर हो सकते हैं, और मेंस के लिए जैसे जो आंसर राइटिंग में भी ये जो कंपोनेंट्स है ना, इसको बस आपको एक्सप्लेन करना है और इसको आपको आर्टिकल से रिलेट कर देना है। दैट्स ऑल यू हैव टू डू। ओके, सो थैंक यू ऑल।